Welcome, Podbean, if anybody's
Well, once again, it's time, my friends, for another meet and greet. We're Southern Fried and nationwide, so hang on to your seat. Look around, here's what I found. I guess you'll never know what you'll see on the Southern Fried Podcast Show. Yeehaw!
Good Friday evening to everybody out there, especially to our Southern Fried Podcast fans and all you people out there, Cornbread Nation. Yeah, I gotta love some breadheads. Boy, it's good to be here with y'all tonight. Still going. I'm a little bit under the weather, but I am kicking. Got Dave here, and Dave's setting some stuff up. As soon as he gets everything set up, we're going to make him say a big howdy do too.
Howdy to you too. How do you do? Reminds me of that Johnny Cash song. I actually had it set up. We got in quick tonight. No problems. I was saying hello to the masses from Instagram, of which nobody's in there yet, but they'll probably pile in a minute, and Podbean. So it's our newest platform, audio, and we're excited about we've been in the Podbean family for a while, but we've not been going live except the last week or so. And I love the platform. It's pretty cool.
Absolutely.
Pretty cool. It's audio, but a great platform, great sound, a lot of options. And if you're looking at podcast audio, we're going to have some things set up here soon. We're a new affiliate of Podbean. Over the weekend, I'm going to be setting up new commercials for Podbean, Mammoth Nation, and Dubby. We've got some updates going on for our affiliates. So
nice.
Been busy. Yeah, we'll have some stuff going in the next week. And they're not on every stream yet, but all of the Animal Rescue Alliance videos we had and pictures, it is all up on Facebook and a social stream called 21st or Second is really what it's talking about, a Second Amendment. But we have a few followers on there, and it's all up there, and we'll be working on that tonight and tomorrow and get everything up. It's seven different posts. So we've got that. We've got devotion. We got some MAGA Minute going up as we get near the end of the week. I've got to get those posted up. And the new commercials. Getting ready for Monday, Rob.
Yes.
Monday, Southern Fried MAGA. We will be online at times you don't normally see us online.
Throughout the day, all day long, we're going to be celebrating our incoming president. Oh, well, let's go ahead and start that up a little bit right now. Here we go.
Yeah.
We'll go ahead and throw it on.
And in all seriousness, pray for the nation and pray for President-elect still, Donald J. Trump, that there is no violence. Who knows what some nut or other knuckleheads, evil people might do going into Monday. I sure hope not, but we need to pray.
I know I need to wear that hat more because it's not broke in well. It's just not comfortable yet. So,
well, you got no hair, bro. I mean, hair.
Yeah, it's very important for me to have it broke in correctly. So my
hair helps with that breaking in.
I know. Well, you've only got it around the edges. Leave me alone.
I got hair on top of my head, dude.
Let me see.
I got hair up here, man, right here. See?
Man, that's the biggest forehead I've ever seen.
Have you looked at yours?
Oh, mine goes all the way back to my shoulders.
That's a Cordell trait. My dad and grandpa, we all have the same forehead. It's nothing. Didn't start with me. Jeremy has the same one.
Edges. Venus, I got you. Edges. Hey, girl, you want to come on tonight? I know we got you set up for next week, but if you want to come on tonight, we'll shoot you an email.
Good evening.
Now.
Welcome in. Well, I could do the comb down and make you cringe up, I just comb it back.
You got your edges straight.
Mate, you're just jealous, dude. You're just jealous you got no hair, man. Come on.
I can grow as much hair as you got. I just got it all. In fact, I probably grow more hair than you. I just got it on my back.
Well, I'm not aspiring to be a Sasquatch. I mean, we might go looking for them, but I'm not aspiring to. That's not my life goal to be a Sasquatch.
Okay.
Or the caveman. Even a caveman can do it. That's not my retirement goals. So.
Oh.
See, I told you I've got it up there. I put it up there on right on. As I was going in, my disclaimer tonight was, on the front porch of the yard, and immediately I said your choice, and immediately you're going for the yard, man. Like if we have a scrum tonight, we don't do that. You can't do that on the front porch, man. You got to go to the yard. Rob's already trying to go to the yard. What's up with that?
Right. Mr. Vena, I sent you a link on Messenger. Just click it and follow the directions and pop right in here with us.
Michael's got us beat on the hair.
Well, hey, Janet, she's got us beat. Everybody's got us beat on hair, dude. It's not like it. You and I, either one, are doing extremely well in the hair category. You're doing better than I am until you get down to my back, and then I've got you beat. I'm trying to grow dreadlocks back there on my back.
Technically, I don't have any less hair than I've had my whole life. It just turned a little gray. I just comb it different. I really always had a high forehead,
Oh.
So it really hasn't not much different. we all have the same forehead.
Hey, at least mine didn't turn all gray. Most of it turned loose.
Well, that's okay. That's all right. You ain't got to worry about a clogged drain in your shower, I guess. It's already gone.
That's right. That's living proof that God answers prayers. When I was young and in school and stuff, they used to make fun of me because I had some red hair. I mean, flaming red hair. I mean, red. Urns almost. And I didn't like it. Everybody make fun of me about it. And I told them, I prayed, God, please, take this red hair. I don't want it no more. And you know what? It's fixed.
Well, the Bible says, talks about you reap what you sow. And folks, I just want you to know before we come on the air, Rob was crying that it might snow where he's at in the next couple of days. And he laughed that I was getting snow up here in North Georgia. We got a good snow. So I think we should just start pray Rob gets him some good old snow.
Don't y'all use God against
us.
Out
do a snow angel on the ground.
Down here.
And I bet there's people down there that want to see a good snow. I bet.
We're not going to.
And so let's get him what he. Well, you said that was a good chance.
They said there may be an inch or two.
I mean,
But I tell you what, we're not gonna get it. We're not gonna get it. I have faith. We're not gonna get no snow. If we do, I'll go ahead and cut a video of me going out there in my swim trunks and t-shirt and make a snow angel.
You can save that from us. We don't need to see that.
What?
But I do want to hear the crying. I do want to hear the crying that you're going to do if it does snow. I mean, because if it's been how long? When's the last time you had snow that far deep south in Georgia? You can remember.
I know we had it back in the 90s, maybe early 2000s. Let's see here.
You mean it's been that long? You got to look it up.
Yeah.
This is going to be great. This is epic. I can't wait. The crying that will come out of South Georgia.
2018. The last time snow accumulated in Georgia was 2018.
You couldn't remember back that far? I mean, that's not like that far, Rob. I
wasn't down here yet, dude.
You wasn't down there?
Not yet.
Nobody messaged you from South Georgia and said, hey, we got snow down here. You should have been here. I don't know why we, as humans, we worry so much about most weather. I mean, it's going to do sunshine, rain, cold, hot, wind, whatever. it, it's amazing the money it has made. I mean, we have a whole channel that's set up just for weather. And my wife is one of those, I call the weather bug because she's one of those that can sit and watch weather all the time. And she doesn't anymore, not as much. She's found out that she likes flipping through some social streams and playing games on her phone, but she does like it. But I call the weather bug because there used to be, I don't know if it's still, there used to be an app called the weather bug. And that's what I told her. I said, I don't need the app. I said, you're my weather bug. If I ask her what the weather is going to do, she tells me. I don't even need to watch it. I don't even need to look it up.
I'm trying to see how many times
we do need weather watchers. So we need some weather watchers that can check in, give us updates of how cold and all that good stuff from where they're at. So you could help with that. Like I'll be the weather watcher up here, you'll be the weather watcher down there. Yeah, okay. And you'll say you're gonna walk out and get us that temperature reading on your porch. Since we're talking about front porch, you'll have the thermometer up there, and you'll walk out and give it a check and say, checking in from Colquitt, I'll say, Georgia. It's 17 degrees.
Colquitt. You know better than that.
Hey, I only played nice while I was down there.
It says here, in South Georgia, snowfall is relatively rare. And over the last 20 years, it has likely only snowed a few times, with most winters seeing no measurable snowfall at all. Specific amounts are difficult to find due to the varied nature of snowfall across the region, but most reports indicate only a handful of snow events in the last 2 decades. And even when it does fall, it only gets a minimal, light dusting. So, well, I still don't want to see it.
Is that like dandruff? A light dusting?
Yeah. And hey, all you people up there in North Georgia, Tennessee and stuff, y'all left your weather down here. You need to come get it. We're tired of looking at it.
Let the crying begin. I love it. I am. I can't. I'm going to laugh. You've thrown some shots out there. You've let little hyena laughs go out over. Every time we talked about the snow, and I marked her down. I didn't say nothing much. I just marked it down. And this is my opportunity to crow a little bit. If you get snow, I'm going to laugh.
Hey. Vengeance is mine, saith the Lord. You don't need to be marking stuff down.
I'm not vengeance. I'm just remembering. I'm like an elephant. I've got a good memory that way. It might take a while, but, it comes back around.
Not very nice, Dave. That's not very nice. Let's see here.
We could get one of them crop dusters down there to, load up on some fake snow and spread it out over all your property. While you hear plane, next thing you do, you'd be seeing white stuff falling. You feel is it snow or nuclear fallout?
Oh my gosh! We'll probably think it's nuclear fallout. Trying to help Mr. Mina here.
Folks, we hope you have got good plans for the weekend. Enjoy. Pray for the nations. We've said Monday, special day. That's all right. Sometimes it takes
be careful
how to figure that out.
Be careful. We got our long-haired hippie liberal chick coming in.
That's okay. We've had we didn't have the hippie part, but we had long hair liberal chick.
Well, maybe she didn't say hippie. I don't remember. I'll be glad. I'll be glad you see it.
I was talking about chick bait. She's already. She said she's from a liberal that's changing some from a family of liberals. We love her.
We love everybody.
Do you even love the biting dog of the Bidens? Do you even love that dog? Would you adopt that dog and give it a rescue? Would you be the rescue home for the first dog that bit 27?
I couldn't do it because the first time he bit me be the last time. You're gonna bite the hand that feeds me.
Hey, he's under Secret Service protection. I guess that would last all the way the rest of his life. You might have a
The
couple
dog?
agents that be, yeah, he's the
When was the
first
last time
dog.
you heard about that dog?
It don't matter. He still gets Secret
I
Service protection.
guarantee you, one of them Secret Service agents, he bit one of them, and he looked after him for the rest of his life. He's probably buried out there in the rose garden.
We've heard nothing about a dog death.
You wouldn't. He just disappeared. Where's my dog?
He's got Secret Service protection, so we'll just you could be White House South, Deep South, and Roosevelt had Warm Springs, Georgia. The first dog could have Colquitt, Georgia.
We're not.
You got plenty of room out there for him to run around. He's got deer he could chase, and every morning you could get bit on the show by chuckers, and then go outside and get bit by the first dog. I think I'm in, man. I like it.
No, we do not like this, sir. Not at all.
You reckon? Hey, you reckon that dog? Wait a minute.
When Yavina gets in here, she's gonna set you straight on this. I guarantee you. She was from Jersey. She didn't like it either.
Hey. What? Do you reckon that dog learned to bite from Joe?
Probably.
Joe looks like a kid that bit other kids when he was little.
Hey, let me mute up just a second.
Mute up. Right. Oh, Lord, he's muting up. That means we can talk about him. He hears us, but he won't respond. We don't hear him. It's like, hello, what'd you say? I can't hear you, as Sergeant Carter would say. So let's just all talk about him.
My phone call didn't go through there, but let me go ahead and tell you, I can still hear you.
I know. That's why I said let's all talk about it. The dog taught Joe how to sniff better.
All right. Uh-oh.
We got contact.
There she is.
It was so hard to get in here, y'all.
Was it hard?
Well, it depends on how you come in.
You can say what you want to say about liberals. Well, Mark Zuckerberg hates me. I went through hell to get in here.
Sweetie, we don't care about political affiliations. We have our opinions, y'all. You have yours. We just have fun with everybody.
It was so hard getting in here. Evidently, I don't know my Facebook password. Evidently, I don't know any password.
Oh no!
Yeah,
I hate to forget mine.
But I made it though. I made it.
That sounds like me. I can never remember passwords. I love that pass key that Apple has. Facial recognition. I don't know how facial recognition ever really works. It's kind of weird to me.
Yeah.
But sometimes it'll work with my glasses on. Sometimes it won't work if I don't have my glasses on. But sometimes it works with the glasses off. So I don't really understand that. But I guess if you got a fat face, it's okay. So it figures it out. It's easier for you. Welcome to the show. We are so glad you're here.
I'm happy to
Can I share an image real quick?
Okay.
Earl sent me this today, and it's very important to share this. Okay. It won't take but just a second.
Okay.
This is a rare look at the people on my blocked list.
Okay. Oh. Yeah. Mine is the exact same look. I mean, are these the same people? It's got to be the same people.
We got them. They're all there.
Dang. Especially that second one.
Yeah.
That's the one who's there and don't think
definitely on my block list.
Well, I can tell you, I don't like clowns, so any clown is definitely on the block list. Clowns freak me out. They're a little cringe.
Yeah.
They're a lot cringe. Well, that's your people, though, Dave.
My sound okay?
Yeah.
Sound good.
Great.
Cool. Okay. Cool.
But yeah, how you been?
Dave don't like his people. That is Dave's people right there.
No. I may be on a podcast with a clown, but I don't run around with clowns.
He hard on himself.
Clowns. Those are like clown looking clowns.
He jumped on me with both feet tonight. I'm trying to be nice. I said going in, I had a feeling about it. I said it's the front porch of the yard tonight. He chose the yard.
Oh my goodness.
You know what he's doing? You got to set him straight. He's praying for us to get snow down here.
No, you.
No.
You.
I ran away from snow. Like, no. It's nice if you don't have to go outside. If you can just stay at home, bunker down. But anybody that's got to go to work or school, I feel bad. I pity the fool.
Yeah. Well, that's one thing about it. If it does stick down here, it'll shut everything down. There won't be no school, won't be nothing open.
Yeah.
It'll
people aren't used to driving in that stuff. Shoot. Even up north, people still have wrecks. So, like, down here, I can't imagine. I cannot imagine.
No. I remember my mama fussing at the National Weathermen one year because Albany got a 1/4 inch of snow and it shut everything down. And they were laughing about it.
Dang.
And my mom, God love her, she was sitting in the living room just chewing them out like they could hear her. Like, y'all just need to shut up. They don't nobody down here know how to drive in that stuff. We don't ever get it. It sounded like a blooming little chainsaw.
I can't. When's the last time it snowed down here?
2018. I had to look it up.
Okay. Man.
That may have been.
I was here.
That may have been the year it snowed in Albany.
Okay. Okay. Man. I don't know. I know I don't want it. Unless usually when it snows down here, it doesn't like last, right? It's like one snow and it maybe melts the next day. So that's okay. I can deal with that.
Yeah.
But like,
yeah, that's all good.
Yeah, I can deal with that. But that's stuff that
so how you been?
I've been good. Busy, tired, trying to prepare for like stuff. I'm going to be in the Martin Luther King parade Monday, and it's early. Right. It's early. It's 8:00 in the morning.
Awesome.
What?
And supposedly it's supposed to be freezing temperatures. So I don't know.
But somebody has lost their mind. Wow. We don't. Number one, we don't like getting up that early to go to a parade. No. And number two, it's going to be cold out there.
Yep.
And number three, what?
So this year I'm going to push through. I'm going to do it for the cause. But next year I'm going to like suggest, look. Yeah, let's not. I don't even think Martin Luther King would want to go out in that. He would not suggest us put ourselves through that. So
he would. He would, but I don't think he'd want to.
Yeah, as an activist, I'm not very active in the morning. So this is purely for the people. Like purely for the people. Man, hey, so that's Monday.
Let's talk about this event you've got coming up.
Okay.
You sent me the flyer on.
The Hosea Williams Day.
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
And Attapogus?
Yeah, Hosea Williams is kind of like one of those legends that not enough people know about. He worked with Dr. Martin Luther King through his whole career of activism, all the way up until he was assassinated in Alabama. He's so close to Martin Luther King. Every picture that you see of Martin, Hosea is in the picture. Like he was his road dog. This event is on February 8th. It's at 10 in the morning. It's a whole program where we're going to give like his whole backstory, who he was, who he became. His daughter is still alive. She's in Atlanta. She actually still runs his it's like what's the word? I can't think of it. Like a food giveaway organization. I think it's Hosea Helps or Hosea Feeds. I'll definitely let you know about that. But his daughter is still active. And his granddaughter is actually Portia Williams from Real Housewives of Atlanta.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So
awesome.
But he's from Attapogus, and he was the person who took the blunt of the attacks. Like whenever they were protesting or anything, he was kind of the one. He was the muscle. So he took any counter protests and stuff. He was the one to take all the beatings and everything. But he's from Attapogus.
Wow. That's a little town right below Bainbridge there.
Yeah, right below Bainbridge. So we want to let people know, hey, we have a local hero that like
Yeah.
everybody knows Martin Luther King, no matter how you feel. Everybody knows Martin Luther King. So, they should know Hosea Williams.
Yes,
Yeah, absolutely.
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 And the gentleman that's telling the story on this, because Mr. Hosea Williams is gone.
Yes, yes.
But you've got the Honorable James E. Cooper II that's going to be telling the story of this, correct?
Yeah, yes, yes. Yep.
And he's a judge from Tuscaloosa?
I think he's in Tuskegee,
Tuskegee.
Alabama. But yes, he's a
Okay.
judge. He's been a judge for a while. I think he just got kind of like reelected to that position sometime last year. I think he was running again, but he got it again. And he's a judge. And if I'm not mistaken, he is a relative of Mr. Hosea Williams. I think he's a relative, but he does the whole spill of who he is, why he left Attapogus. Because there's a story behind that too. But he's amazing. Like, he dug in deep on this guy. He knows a lot.
Great. And we're going to try to get him on the show. You said you'd try to
Yes.
help us with that. And that
Yes.
would be, I would love to have him on here. Just tell the story. That'd be awesome.
Definitely. That would be, it's so amazing. It's amazing what you don't know. And really, Black History Month, it's too much now. It's too much to take in for 1 month. It's just too much. Like, I learn something new every year. It's really ridiculous. And yes, it's Black history, but essentially it is American history.
Sure.
And it's so freaking much. It's just immersive how much knowledge is like not being shared. It's crazy. It's crazy.
We have a group that's reached out to us. So I got to get back with them. They must have got busy, but they're doing a lot of work in the Mississippi Delta area, and they're helping with youth and getting resources there for those that are very, very poor. And it's all in the name. And I can't remember the young lady's name that suffered some obviously bad things over there. But they're great people. They want to get their message out. And they reached out, and we told them absolutely. But this is back before Christmas. But we're going to reach back out. They just got busy, and see if we can't get them on and tell that story as well.
That'd be great. That'll be cool.
Yeah.
That's the thing. We all have a story, and that's what we've from the very beginning. We always said we want people to tell their story. I mean, it's their story. Everybody has a story, and covering different news events and stuff. We'll cover the news event, but the people that are involved in the news event, they have a story as well. And it's interesting to get that story and get, who they are. And, because we've all went through something or seen something or, what is it that makes us how we are, the way we grew up and what we were around. And so we want to tell that story. I was talking to a lady today, her granddaughter, I think it is a pilot, flies all around the world. And she's like barely 5 foot tall. And you just don't, think of these big burly guys being these pilots. Yeah. And she's flying these big 777s around the world, that's pretty cool,
Yeah. Dang. That is, I can't even imagine. I know when I'm getting off a plane and you how you quickly look at the cockpit and you see that view that they have, like, no way, I would never do this. Never. Like, this big plane and then this little windshield. It's like, it's not that big.
It sure enough ain't as big as what you have in your car or truck usually.
Yeah.
Well, speaking on to getting the story.
Okay.
All right. You popped up here on screen.
Okay.
Let's hear your story. You came from New Jersey. I know that. You've been living here in Chattanooga since you were 15?
I've been in Georgia, in Bainbridge.
I said Chattanooga. Here in Bainbridge.
It is more complicated than that. But so my family is from Seminole County, Donaldsonville. So we come down here on vacation like all the time. So at some point we said we're sick of the city. We'll move down here. Stayed a while. So basically I moved back and forth. But this last time when I moved to Bainbridge, I think I've been here 15 years. Yeah. Okay. Back and forth. I think I left like twice. Because we would come here and be like, I love the country, but I'm not making enough money. So I'll move back. And then I'm like, I'm sick of the rat race. I'm going back to Georgia. So yeah, I finally here, brought a house, and I'm like, I'm done. I'm good. And then monkeys happen.
Yeah, go figure. That's how we all met through the
Yeah.
monkeys.
Well,
So
we're
yeah,
going to get to them monkeys.
yeah.
Don't worry.
Okay.
Because you're going to have to give us an update
Yeah.
on it.
Okay.
But
Yep.
well, we're going to learn a little bit because
Okay.
I've already asked you, and you said you'd be willing to give us a monthly update on the
Yeah.
monkey farms or the
Yes.
no monkey farm.
Yes.
And that's going to be awesome. So,
Okay.
we want to learn. We're going to go ahead and get your story out here a little bit, and we're going to jump right into it. Be
Okay.
first.
All right. A little bit more about me. I'm a seamstress. I play video games. I build. Do a little carpentry and construction, and used to drive trucks, but I stopped because I miss being home with my mom. So that is me. I like to create. I like to make things and make sure my brain is like always like thinking. I guess thinking is an understatement. I guess I like to make sure my brain is always in overdrive because I'm always freaking busy. I'm always doing something. Super active. I'm a super active person.
What video games do you play?
Oh man. Okay, so I'm mostly on PC now. I used to be on Xbox and PlayStation, but I have been playing Fallout 4. Obsessed with
Okay.
Fallout 4. And let's see, The Sims and some like simulation games where you like build villages, stuff like that. Yep.
Cool.
Have you played Elder Scrolls?
Oh no! Oh, back up! That you right in my alley right there. Yes, oh man, you just took me back. So I started with the Elder Scrolls series with the first Xbox. I played Morrowind, and ever since Morrowind, I went all the way up to Skyrim, and I haven't been playing Elder Scrolls Online lately. But that is my series. That's my series.
I love me some Elder Scrolls.
Oh,
I'm excited about the new one if it ever comes out.
Which one is that new one that's supposed to come out?
They haven't. They keep saying next year. Hopefully, it's going to be next year.
I'm gonna have to.
But it's supposed to be. I think, from what I've heard, they're teasing that it's going to be in the deserts.
Oh, could that be like where the Red Guards live and stuff? And the
Yeah.
Oh man. Oh, okay. See,
some of the lizard people live out there. Yeah. Dave's lost. I don't think Dave.
I'm not lost, man. Don't let him blow smoke here. He likes to talk. He's getting too old. He's playing Frogger. You know he is. He's playing Frogger. He's not playing that game. He's on Frogger.
I'm not playing Frogger. I'm playing Ultima Online.
Wait, what you playing?
Ultima Online.
You just showed your age, dude.
I know. This game came out back in the 90s. It was like the first MMO.
Wait, I know this game.
We all played it. Yeah, we all played it. The fact you had to say back in the 90s just made us all feel really old.
I know. we were hot stuff in the 90s, let me tell you. This was cutting edge technology.
Wait, since y'all were gaming back in the 90s, do y'all remember the old PC gamer magazines with the demos in the back?
Oh yeah.
Oh my God, those something is just something about
that was the coolest thing ever. We love those things.
Yep,
I mean, it was cool. Oh, also, when we went to play on the computer, there wasn't no internet connection to start with.
Yep.
We had those.
That dial up. Oh my goodness.
Oh.
That's the only reason I got a computer was to play a game.
Back
in the day. It wasn't about surfing the internet. It was about playing a game.
Yep.
We could all play together. And that was the coolest thing in the world.
I never played World of Warcraft. I didn't get into it, but I knew about it. I just never got into it.
I got into WoW for a long time. And I played Evercrack, and then I went to WoW.
I remember that.
You remember Evercrack?
We called it Evercrack. We played some Star Wars for a while.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah. We upgraded, and now I've downgraded all the way back to UO. Well, I play online with Elder Scrolls. Well, I don't play online no more. I just play the game on my computer.
So I can't remember what level I was on Elder Scrolls Online, but I had a guild, and my guild was called the Ladies of Daggerfall. Yeah, Ladies of Daggerfall was my guild, and we had so much fun. Oh my gosh.
We had a guild in UO, and it was the Horsemen of the Apocalypse.
Nice.
Yeah, and like some things, gaming brings out the worst in some people. Let me tell on Robert here for a second. Robert had a guild. And Robert, we all went in a dungeon one night. There must have been 20 of us, and something happened, and we all died. And Robert got so mad, he just left the game that night. He was so mad. Oh, he pitched a hissy.
I rage log. That's common. It's happened. Well, let me tell you what this guy did. He was trying to drop his karma. And in UO, if you committed too many murders or too many crimes, they had it split into two facets, and they would send you to the bad place, which was Volusia.
Okay.
And so he was trying to drop his karma down, and he went, and they're just random people in the game. They were fishermen.
Okay.
And so he started killing them, and it was dropping his karma. And then he got stuck in Volusia for like a week. We caught him killed, the great killer of fishermen.
Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah.
Man, now I can't play games like Call of Duty. Like, if you want to hear me curse like a sailor, put me on a shooter game online. Like, people make me so sick.
We've been doing this so long though. We couldn't even talk to each other except for topping it in back in the day. So by the time we had some guys that topped so slow, by the time they topped in what they needed to do to like survive a fight, they was already dead. You know, it was before the days of Discord and all that stuff, man. It's just real antiquated. I mean, it's like you top things really fast. Stop, go, fight,
Yeah. Ban. Because the only healing you had was throwing Band-Aids.
Yeah.
You know? It was great. Oh.
There was a group of us, and we played a scenario, and we kind of split the guild up. We had spies and everything, and we were all in front of Robert had a castle, and there must have been 30 of us in that night, all hidden out. And friends of ours were playing this thing within the game, the storyline, and they came up, and one was what was it? One was a warrior, but the other guy was a mage. He cast spells and stuff. Well, we had all decided we were going to kill him that night. We were like, everybody's on go. And Robert keeps talking, and we got 30 guys that are on go.
We want to role play the situation out, okay?
Yeah.
The guys that were our enemies were our friends. They were our enemies in the game, and we had this big thing they wanted to play out. And everybody's like, can we kill them now? No, wait a minute. Can we talk a little bit? Can we kill them now? What about now? Now? Can we kill him? Can we kill him? And finally, it was like, kill him.
and when he said that, it froze the game up for like a split second because so many things happened at the same time on the same screen. And like this guy, I mean, it was like he had everything coming at him. He had no armor, no nothing. He's got arrows coming at him. He's got warrior swinging swords. He's got everything. I mean, it drops him immediately. He runs off, gets healed, and comes back, and he just chews us out, you know.
And rage quits.
And things were not the same for a while after that between the supposed friends.
We got over it.
They got over it.
I had to explain to him. I didn't have a choice. They were fixing to turn on me if I didn't let them kill somebody.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Oh, it was funny. Not at the time, but it was funny.
This was some good time, though, man. I've had so much fun playing.
How long have you gamed the most? Like, how many hours? Like, did you just you get carried away? You forget what time it is.
I'd have to look on my Steam account because I saw it the other day and I was like, oh my God, this is sad. One time it was Fallout, and I think I played 2 days straight, like 47 hours or something like that.
Wow.
And I was like, when did the sun come up? When did it go down? And what took so long is I'm a modder. I love downloading mods and doing all that stuff and changing the game. So a lot of that time was me looking online, like looking at mods and bringing it over and taking them off. So, but I did sit at that computer for 47 hours. I think I might have went to the bathroom once. So,
Oh, speaking of Steam, I play Civ 5 on there a lot. This is a strategy game, the big war game. Have you played it?
wait, what's it called?
Civ 5, Civilizations 5, Sid Meier.
Yes, I haven't played it. That has been around forever. I know
It's
that game.
fun.
That game. I didn't get into it. I probably I'll try it one day, but I know that game. That is a
Yes.
yeah.
I enjoy it, but I look back and saw how many hours I've played it over the last 5 or 6 years, and it's depressing.
When you see that number, it's like, what?
It's like, surely I haven't spent that long playing that stupid game. I've accomplished things. I have done stuff with my, haven't I?
Now you can't call nobody. You can't call anybody a nerd or somebody that stays in.
No.
You did it. You did it.
Oh, I got to fix this.
Well, you remember, Rob, early on in UO, we had there was no safe lands. It was all Felucia. I wasn't there then, but Roger, one of our friends, he would talk about how many times you died in an hour because they had these roving bands of really powerful, characters that were killing everybody. And I missed some of that.
That's so fun, man.
But we ended up making a whole group of characters. Everybody made a character, dressed him the same way, and his name was Clone. Clone. And we would stand on top of each other.
That is so cool.
We would stand exactly on top of each other, just outside the city limits.
What?
And so these guys would come up, and it wasn't level based; it was like skill based. So even if you had crappy skill, you could theoretically. Well, every 20 or 30 people standing there named Clone.
Dang.
And these guys would come up to attack, and as soon as they did, bam!
That is so organized. Oh my goodness.
But then after that, the clone characters were the first ones that got leveled up because if we saw a bad guy, we'd just stand there.
Yeah.
And they'd be like, nope. We're not doing that.
That's so fun. Oh my goodness. That is so cool.
In the game, your character could basically get drunk. You could, and they would stumble around. And Robert has this big scenario going on where his character is getting married in the game to another character, and they've got all these formal things going on. And me and another guy we worked with, we're walking around. Our characters are just drunk. I don't think he appreciated that night. Well, actually, Rob, it wasn't really you. It was the significant other who did not like that we did that night. She got really mad. We got chewed out for that in real life. Like, very uncool,
Oh, there's Steve, our Celtic blacksmith buddy. He's still playing Resident Evil 4.
Oh. I cannot do scary games.
Look, the first Resident Evil, I absolutely loved and adored. It was great. It was absolutely an amazing game. Had a lot of hard puzzles in it. They didn't cut you no slack. You had to figure the puzzles out. I loved it. I loved it just for the puzzle solving.
Okay.
And I was so excited when Resident Evil 2 came out. I was like, yes. And I went in there and they dumbed it down. There was no real challenge. It's just a hack and slash.
Which one was the one with the giant alligator in the sewer?
I think that was the first one. It may have been the second one.
Okay. Whichever one that was, I was done. Never looked back. Never looked at it again.
What? You've been down here in South Georgia. You ought to be over alligators by now.
I don't know, something about the size of it. It was like this is the worst case scenario. I already couldn't handle the zombies. Like I already couldn't handle the infected people. So have y'all played? I don't know which Resident Evil it is, but it's on VR. Have y'all played it on VR?
No, I haven't played any VR.
Worst thing in the world. I never imagined how scared I would really be.
Wow.
And it was the worst thing. That was horrible. Horrible. Like, I mean, because you gotta like put the bullets in the gun and hope your finger does the right thing. It's horrible. It's
You're trying
horrible.
to do this with a zombie trying to kill you.
Yeah, and it starts off in a cabin, like you're in like it looks like an outhouse. You're just sitting in this little cabin and you looking around and you gotta like go outside. But it is horrible because it's too realistic. To me, it's not like a game. It's like it's like simulating the worst case scenario. It is
Mm.
horrible, but you should try. You should totally try it though.
Did your neighbors think you were getting killed? I mean,
It was, I, I never had so much fear in my heart. I mean, it was horrible. I don't think I ever do that again. And it's just
They ought
that
to
was
make they ought to make a VR jacket and pants that you wear to
ooh.
where when something hits you, it vibrates.
Oh yeah, like you feel it. Oh,
Yeah, and have
that
something sneak up behind you and be like, "Oh,
that game that was horrible. I didn't get nowhere in that game, nowhere, and it was nightmarish. It was horrible.
you played it totally solid, right? You didn't scream or anything or holler.
I screamed, I cursed, I hollered. What it was, my husband wanted me to try it, and I said I'll try. And I'm like, okay,
yeah."
games in here, I'll try it. And I was like, don't you ever, don't you ever, y'all have to experience it. It is. You might like it since you like Resident Evil. You might like it, but the realism is too much. Too much. That was crazy. I don't know who
After he talked you into playing it, you was probably ready to come after him with the gun.
I was like, it's horrible. It's just
Rob, I could not imagine you trying to do that with your epilepsy, man. That would be like
oh my
the
god.
worst thing ever, man.
Hey, let me tell you something. I get a good case of the shakes, I might win that game.
You might that it was. I mean, can you imagine instead of looking at the game on a screen with your controller, it's
Right.
around you, like you're in it, and like you can see your feet, you can see your hands when you put your hands in front of you, like,
Uh,
and you have to like, you walk, so you're progressing forward and stuff, and things are moving. There's jump scares. Man, I don't have time for that. It's crazy. I
You
want to
see,
enjoy a game.
I got blown out back in epilepsy. Yeah, I don't think that's going to be the game for me. First time I have to jump,
Yep.
Chuck's going to run for cover.
Um,
The
have
kids
As
would
much
be
as
scared
my
to death.
cat, as much as my cat gets in front of me and just stops while I'm walking,
Yeah.
he wouldn't survive it.
Yeah.
He falls down and lays on my feet while I'm trying to walk through. He's like, "Nope, you're going to stand here."
Man. Oh. Yeah,
Well, we'll have to get you started on UO.
Okay.
It's still around. There are free servers out there. I'm playing on one, and check it out and have fun with it.
Okay. I gotta check.
What's the? I gotta find the name of the one that I'm on.
That is so
I am
cool.
on.
Well, what happened is we were all playing it,
Okay.
and there'd been like 2 updates or 3, and they opened up these new lands, and when they did, they really ruined the game. It just totally never worked the same again. So a lot of us just moved on. We tried to like it, but it was just all of our characters we had built up for 2-3 years now did not have the same ability anymore, and it was really not fair to all the old time gamers. It was bad.
Oh yeah. Yeah, no.
UO Excelsior is the free shard that I'm on.
What's it called?
Excelsior. Just look up UO Excelsior.
Okay.
And it's got a lot of changes from the original game. You can level your weapons up and stuff like that. But
he
I don't
can't
spend any money, so
he can't spell that, so you'll have to like guess.
you're right. I don't spell well, but here you go. You ready?
Okay, hold on. Okay, I'm ready.
EXCELSIOR. Excelsior.
I just meant that word. I didn't say you couldn't spell good. Just that one word.
Oh, I don't spell good. I've never made a look.
Oh
You
my
know, let me explain to you about my spelling. Okay,
okay.
spell rope,
Rope,
rope.
ROPE,
Spell dope.
DOPE,
Spell cope.
COPE,
Spell soap.
SOAP.
Why? That makes
Oh
zero
yeah.
sense.
Why? Why is that?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so
All right, it's dark outside. The sun has set.
okay.
What time of day is that?
Sunset.
That's night, right?
Oh yeah.
Now spell night.
NIGHT.
Okay. Now, King Arthur,
Okay.
he had the whats of the round table.
The Knights with the K.
They're Kniggets.
Yeah, what is that? The Knights. What is that?
Yeah.
That's why English is a hard language to learn
Oh.
for folks because of those. It's not the hardest though. People say that. I don't believe it's the hardest, but it is hard.
I think Chinese is the hardest because I was about to. Have y'all heard about that new app that's supposed to be replacing TikTok?
No.
It's called Xiao Hong Su.
That-
It's all like Chinese people on it right now because they're the first ones on it. I was going to download it. My husband said, "You Americans just want China to have your data is any way possible." He was like, "What's wrong with you?"
I for one don't think TikTok's going anywhere. I just don't think 179 million Americans are going to go quietly without their TikTok. I just don't think. I think there's too much money involved. Something's going to happen.
Yeah, it's so much. So is it us being banned from TikTok? Like China is still going to have TikTok, right?
Well, they say they got to sell it according to the law that they passed.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of ways they can loophole around that. But
Yeah.
I think it's going to be given an extension, and they'll at some point they'll divest.
Okay.
The Chinese says they're not, but there's too much money involved. Who's going to throw away that kind of money?
Yeah, it's so much money. I don't know.
Let's face it. It money walks.
Yeah. Yeah.
Money talks.
Even the communists will cave for money. I mean, come on.
Money.
Well, that's a good segue with money talking into this monkey business.
Oh,
but I tell you what, we're going to run a couple of commercials real quick.
Okay.
I'll give you a chance to get your thoughts together and me to fill up my coffee cup.
Okay.
And it's a good time for us to take a break.
Okay.
And Dave will, Steve says, you know what that new app's names translates to in English?
Yes, it's like the Red Book or the Little Red Book, which is weird. That's weird.
Yeah.
Huh.
Little Red Book.
I did not know that.
I didn't either.
Xiao Hong Su. You gotta say it.
Xiao Hong Su.
Man.
All right. Well, let's Dave, if you want to run us a couple, I'm gonna go fill my coffee cup up and we take a quick break and I'll try to get back so I can get you a break. Or do you need one?
I'm good, man.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll be right back, folks. Thanks so much. Stay with us. Having fun on a Friday night.
That's right.
We need to laugh.
Miss Uvena here.
Yes.
All right, we'll be right back.
All right.
Hey, folks, Dave in the AM here with the Southern Fried Podcast and the Cornbread Nation. For many weeks now, me and Rob have been telling you about our affiliation with Dubby Energy Drinks. I've been drinking some of them on the show, and I just got in today the powder version, and this is the Palm Blom version of this. And hey, I tell you that it gives you the focus and the energy without the jitters or the crash. There's no sugars, no fillers, no artificial dyes. So get you some Dubby today. Use the promo code Southern Fried, and you'll get 10% off each and every order. Not only can you get the energy drinks, but you can also get some cool merch items. In fact, soon we're going to have a hat to show you as an example of some of those things. There's shirts and other things you can get as well as containers to mix up the powder and the water into that you can carry with you. We appreciate your support of the Southern Fried Podcast and also of Dubby Energy Drinks. We'll see you again soon. Take care. Hey, this is Dave with the Southern Fried Podcast. Please join us each Wednesday evening as we go live for Hump Day News, where we talk about a little bit of everything. We'll laugh a little bit. We'll tell you a little bit of sports news and other news that's going on. Each Wednesday evening at 7 p.m., join us for the SFP Hump Day News live. You're midweek, making your way through another work week. Join us, and we'll try to make you laugh a little bit and keep your day a little brighter. Here at the Southern Fried Podcast, one of the blessed things we've been able to do is partner with the wonderful people at Animal Rescue Alliance, Inc., ARA. These folks are a no-kill shelter in Donaldsonville, Georgia. You see the contact info on the screen. And these folks would love to have you come adopt a dog or a cat. They have folks that come from all over the United States, not just the state of Georgia. They're great folks. It's been a wonderful partnership between Southern Fried Podcast and ARA. And we've been blessed to meet some of the folks that have adopted animals from ARA. Also, we've been able to encourage people to donate and volunteer. They encourage volunteers that are in the area, and they're just wonderful people. We'd love for you to contact them, meet them too, go on their website, see some of the animals, and we know you'll want to partner with them too by taking a dog or a cat to their forever home. Join with us, the Southern Fried Podcast, in support of this great work of the Animal Rescue Alliance, Inc., ARA. We know you'll be happy you did. I know we are. Hey, this is Rob and Dave with the Southern Fried Podcast. One of our shows that we love the most is Front Porch Talkin. Our Friday night show, which starts at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, has become a tradition here at the Southern Fried. We appreciate you so much for stopping by on the front porch where we grab our sweet tea or coffee or whatever we're drinking and just sit on the front porch, wave at the neighbors as they go by, and just have a great discussion. We usually don't have a topic or theme. We just like to talk, and we like for you to stop by on the front porch as well. It's a Southern tradition, and Rob and Dave, we're all about the South. We live here in the state of Georgia, and all through the South or throughout wherever you live in the United States or the world, remember, as Rob says, it's a Southern state of mind. Join us each Friday night at 8 p.m. with our friends. Become part of that Cornbread Nation Breadhead crew, and join us on the front porch, and let's talk. Thank you so much.
All right, folks, Animal Rescue Alliance, we ran the ad. They've appealed to us to help them out with some news if they need some help. There's contact info on the other ad we ran. Here's also some more. Get in touch with these folks. They need some help. It's an expensive operation to keep it going. Get the Purina. Can't get anything else but use that. If you want to just send money, they can do that. They've got ways for you to donate. If you're in the area, help them out as well. Drop off things. They're always in need of stuff. These are great folks. Today, matter of fact, we had 7 or 6 videos and a 7th posting that we put up from where we were down there. And me and Rob and my family, we went to the rescue and had a great time with the dogs and cats and interviewed the folks, and they're good interviews. We challenge you to look at those. They'll be going up on some of our other streams very, very soon. Matter of fact, throughout the weekend, you'll be able to see that. But it was a great time there. We had a lot of fun, and these are great folks. Give them help if you can. Lastly, let's talk about Mammoth Nation, our affiliation with this great American First company. They do business with other companies, and they give you discounts if you'll become a supporter of them. You'll get your money back through the discounts. I think Rob is signed in at $5 a month. I became a lifetime member, and this week we've been highlighting Rigid Light Shop. We'll be highlighting a new one come first of the week. These are great folks. Watch their videos. I mean, they really stay on front of the politics and what's going on out there, the good, the bad, the ugly, and just trying to keep Americans informed. We love this organization. Use the QR code, and you help. You'll save money, and you'll help the Southern Fried at the same time. And we're back.
And I'm gonna throw this out there. Tell people, when y'all go to Rigid and y'all get them bright lights that where you can see up 2 feet up a June bug's butt from a half mile away, don't come in behind me. I'll be talking about you.
Well, maybe
like that.
Maybe only when it snows.
Oh,
Hey, y'all, I got to get my co-host up here tonight. It's the Tuckers. Oh my goodness. He's like, Daddy, don't put me up there. I'm fat.
He is huge.
He is a big one.
God.
When I first got him, he was tiny.
Ooh.
He's mad now. He's got to get down. Well, we're so glad, Mr. Vintage, you're here with us tonight. We really enjoy having guests on the show, and yes, he is. He's sweet. He's a pain in my hiney.
And especially she come in with a Star Wars shirt on. That rocks. That's cool.
Yes,
we could talk. We could talk Star Wars all night.
Yeah. Dave's favorite character was Jar Jar.
No.
I know better than that.
Nobody's favorite character was Jar Jar. Are you kidding? Nobody.
Ooh, man.
I get it fired up quick.
If you wanted to torture me and you put me in a room and you just played that voice, I'd give within like an hour, man. I couldn't stand it.
Misa don't know what your problem is.
Ooh, he's making me so sick.
He got on my nerves. Great movie, horrible character.
Yep.
It's funny how people notice that stuff. I had my family got me some coffee mugs, and some are dark side and some are light side. Okay, I took some of the dark side in, and I put them in my office on a bookcase behind me. I have other things up there. First guy in the other day, he noticed them right off. I mean, it's amazing how people see that stuff because they're fans. They love Star Wars. So I get a lot of people stop by to look at my Star Wars memorabilia, which I don't have much, but I have a little bit.
This year, I think it was supposed to be September, whatever month it was. So they had a Star Wars concert in Tallahassee. It was an orchestra playing all the music from I think it was New Hope. I think it was. But so I wanted my husband to know, but I wanted it to be a surprise. Long story short, I successfully surprised him. We went to Tallahassee. It was supposed to be just like a date, right? Got down, and at the end, it was getting closer to like showtime. I said, "Look, you gotta trust me, okay? But I need to blindfold you." He was like, "What?" He's very quiet and timid and just like, but he's like, "What?" And I'm like, "I'm serious. I don't know what to say, but I really need to blindfold you, and it's a surprise." He was like, "Oh my God, are you kidding me?" Like, he was really upset because he's like, "What have you done this time?" So I got him blindfolded.
He let you do it?
Yeah, he let me do it. We drove to the Donald Tucker Center, and when we got there, I was like, "Wait, I gotta put this on you." I made a sign that says, I wish I still had it. It said, surprise in progress. I thought I was going to a boring business seminar because he had to dress up. It was like, classical music. Yeah. I had the sign on front and back. Got in there, like on the way in, all these people were like, "Oh man, that's dirty!" Like they're laughing, and he's like, "What?" So
wow.
And so, really, I was surprised when I got in there too. I was like, "Oh my God!" It said Star Wars on the screen, and then you saw all the musicians like in their positions and everything. And he took his blindfolds off. He was like, "Oh my God!" Like, so he saw Star Wars. It was amazing, y'all. It was amazing. They actually played the entire soundtrack while the movie played in the background.
Wow. That is cool. That is a great surprise right there. I never got surprised like that. Did you, Dave?
No, I just want to know how long you had that blindfold on. Was that like 10 minutes, 15 minutes, an hour?
It was probably
That's
like
trust right
5
there.
minutes. It was probably like 5 minutes because we were down in
5
Tallahassee.
minutes. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
That's still that's some trust right there. You can do a lot of damage in 5 minutes.
I know. It was amazing. That's so cool. My behind, I'm in there crying. He's a Star Wars fan than I am, but I'm a music junkie, and I'm like, oh my god, the cello! Oh my god, the violin! It was like epic. It was epic. It was overwhelming. It was beautiful.
That's cool.
What was it in Phantom Menace where they were playing the song and they came back in and they did the words on screen like Cola, Mountain Dew? I mean, it was just
Man, it was something that they left off that he said they should have done. I think it was a scene. It was a scene in like in a club. I don't know if it was like the cantina. It was something
yeah.
that they didn't do that would have been really iconic. But
Yes,
that one. But
that is one of the most iconic scenes in Star Wars is the cantina in Mos Eisley.
That's what it was. It was
Yes.
Man, it was really good. That was
Okay. Well, we've got light side and dark side in Star Wars. Let's talk about light side and dark side in Bainbridge.
Woo. Man, it is it's intense. It's intense, and it's so much going on. There's things I want everyone to know everything, and then there's things where it's like, well, let me just sit on that. Like I think the biggest issue right now is the community thinking that the officials are against it. They are not against it. Some of them talk like they are, but their actions show otherwise. And some of them, it's not even the actions. Some of them, right in the court cases, are showing that they are for it. There's some conflicts of interest. It's weird. It's weird. I wish more people were paying attention.
Yeah, well, let's reach out to them.
Okay.
What is a list of? Let's look at it this way. What are the upsides for the monkey farm? For bringing it in. What are the upsides? I know there's a few jobs.
Yeah, but the quality of the jobs, I wouldn't even recommend a drug addict to be at this place. Like I wouldn't even recommend someone who is so desperate for a job. I still couldn't recommend it. It would be janitorial. It would be cleaning up, because you wouldn't be a part of the breeding process. That would be for the vets and the vet techs. So it would be clean up. It would be disposing of bodies.
Waste.
Waste. Exposure to all the any diseases that are present. So, but unfortunately, people won't learn that until they're in it, and it's been maybe some weeks or some months. Then they'll be like, "Oh man, this is bad." But by then they're here and they're hiring more people. And at what point is it going to be, hey, we need to shut this place down? It's kind of too late then.
Right. Okay. Now they're saying they're offering, good paying jobs. They made that real clear on their thing and when they went on the TV show.
Mm-hmm.
And that was one of the most condescending talks I've ever seen.
And
they're talking about the money they're going to bring to the community.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So
what money they're talking about? Because supposedly they're selling these monkeys for $50,000 to $60,000 a piece. So I think the locals think they're going to see some of that, which is not how this works. Like, if that's even really the case, we're not. Lake Douglas is Bainbridge's like nice neighborhood. I don't know if the citizens think we're all going to be living in Lake Douglas when these guys come here, or the money is not that. It's not that. Otherwise, we will be back up a little bit. I have a problem with the officials here thinking that a monkey breeding farm is the best they can do for the citizens, employment wise. I don't understand why that was even a thought when they presented this to these officials, why was even allowed, I would have been like, do you really think this is what our citizens are worth? Like, why even bring this to us? So employment, that's just bogus. That's just bogus. And I feel bad for the people who hear that, who saw that mailer and really was like, oh snap, this is good. Ignorance is.
Yeah, it's ridiculous on that. All right, so apparently, those kind of jobs are the ones that they have deemed that are fit for the citizens of Bainbridge.
Yeah, pretty much.
And they don't like to air that out, but I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah.
I also, you know, y'all gonna get me on soapbox here, and I'm gonna have a hard time getting off of it. Okay. Yes, Cincy native, it is sounds like monkey business. That was a good way to put it. All right. Number one, the jobs are menial.
Menial.
Now, and that's a good way of putting it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, how many of y'all out there would like the job of cleaning a cat's litter box every day for 8 hours a day? Just a cat's litter box.
Yeah. Mm-mm.
Okay. I wouldn't enjoy that.
No.
And cats don't even throw their poop.
Exactly. Exactly.
Let's face it. You're going to be in a biosuit and everything else. These monkeys inherently carry some diseases.
Yep.
We do know about. What is it? Herpes B?
Mm-hmm. Herpes B. Oh, I had the list. It's a list. It's about like 8 or 9 diseases.
Yeah. We can just focus on herpes B. But we know that was one of them. Yeah. And that's generally fatal in humans.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. If I'm not mistaken, the lady who she got spit, the monkey spit in her eye up in North Georgia, I think herpes B. I think it was herpes B, if I'm not mistaken. But it was absolutely from these same type of monkeys in that situation. And that's something to think about is normally these monkeys are not that bad. Like if they're in their environment, but all like that, that's when you get diseases, you get behavior problems. They're not happy monkeys. They're not in a nice sanctuary. So it's like dogs, like with Envigo. You take 4,000 dogs are fine, but you put them in a situation like that, it's inhumane.
Diseases.
It's
spread.
Yeah, it's unsanitary. So 3,000 monkeys. Come on, like.
I'm sorry, we've got some. I got to put some of these here up because some of these comments are just absolutely amazing here.
Outbreak, yeah.
Going nowhere near those monkeys.
Exactly. Like, man, and we talked to a commissioner the other day. He said he was apologizing because he said first of all, he listened to the wrong people when it came to just, I guess, signing off on this thing. But also he said he was looking at the financial gain and taxes and all that stuff. And I asked him, I said, man, when you heard 30,000 monkeys, even if not for yourself, you didn't think, our citizens are not going to put up with this. And he was like, no, unfortunately. And I was like, God. But
well, you've got monkeys, but, and I've been in touch with Mr. Gordon Rogers quite a bit, and I've talked with him, and I'm going to have him try to have him back on the show and let everybody air it back out.
Cool.
But he's very smart, and he knows his stuff on this. And number one, I actually requested for Safer Human Medicine to come on the show.
Okay, yeah.
I did, and they responded. They asked me for a list of questions.
Okay.
I sent them a list of questions.
Okay.
I have not heard back.
Still.
So what I want to do is I'm going to have some people on here and we're going to go over these questions and we're going to try to figure out why they didn't want to answer them.
They don't have the answers. I guarantee it. When we met with them, I don't know when now. I guess it was January. When they came to Bainbridge to meet with citizens, we asked them all sorts of valid questions, simple stuff like what's happening with the wastewater, where's the wastewater going, all kinds of things. What happens? What about weather? they had either no answer or horrible answers. They did straight up tell us that the water was going directly into our system with no pre-treatment. So like they answered it truthfully, but it's horrible. Like
Yeah.
it doesn't make it better. But they did not have a lot of answers for things like what was their emergency plan? They said it's too early in the project to have an emergency plan. You're supposed to have an emergency plan when you bring it to the officials as a prospect business. Like you don't have.
Yeah.
So I bet they don't have answers.
Well, here's some things that I do know. That it's going to max out the volume of wastewater that they're going to put out is going to max out Bainbridge's water treatment facility. Okay. Now, how can Bainbridge grow now? Okay. You can't increase the flow if it's already maxed out. So they're going to have to revamp or add on to or rebuild their waste treatment plant. Who's paying for that?
Evidently, they say, I don't know if it was the officials. It was one of the officials. I don't know which one. Someone said that our water treatment can handle it. They have upgraded it. It looks like New York freaking city. I don't know why it's so huge, but I don't know if it's going to handle that. Like you say, I don't know if it's going to handle that. I mean,
well,
even
if it handles it, okay, it's going to max it out.
Yeah.
And so how do you grow? I mean, if you've got this huge industrial park over here where it's going to be built,
yep.
How are you going to bring more business in if your wastewater treatment is maxed out? Every business is going to have wastewater.
I don't know.
These are questions that didn't get answered and hadn't been asked.
Just like I don't know as a citizens, they don't know either as officials. They really don't know. When we ask them questions at meetings, they always have to like get back to us later. And at first I thought it was just because, they don't want to answer right now because they want to be like correct. No, I think they really don't know. Like I don't think they know. They don't know what they're doing. They don't.
Well, we're behind y'all, and I mean I would like to talk about some other stuff tonight, but I'll tell you what, we're behind y'all, and we're looking forward to having monthly updates, and that's going to be. This is as we do our monthly updates, we're going to try to get some more information out and get it out to people. If we spend too long on it, people are going to be like, "Oh, I'm so sick of hearing this."
Oh yeah.
But can they get like that? And I can understand. People are either for it or against it. We just want to put out everybody's view, and if anybody wants to come on the show and talk about it and their views on it, pro or against, you're welcome. Just contact us. The email's right there at the bottom of the screen. Y'all welcome to contact us, and we'll put you on here and we'll talk about it. But if we get you and Mr. What if I've reached out to the Bainbridge DA? I can't say his name.
Joe Mahalan.
Yes.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
We would like to get him on the show as well.
Yeah.
And I've reached out to him a couple of times, but let's see.
Okay.
You meet with him occasionally, right?
I did. It's been a while. Early on, like last year. But yes, I can contact him for sure.
Okay. Let's see if we can. Maybe he'll answer you better than he does me. He doesn't know me from.
Okay.
Adam.
Okay. Yep. So yeah, I definitely got to him.
Yeah, and let him know we'll ask questions, but we're not looking to tear anybody down. We just really want answers, and I think it's answers that the public needs to hear.
Yes, I urge people to ask questions. Like, this thing is so outlandish. Come on, 30,000 monkeys. So that should prompt a person to ask questions. Ask questions, y'all. Like, you need to know what's going on in your own town. The town's too small to not know what's going on. I say that so much. I know people are sick of it, but it is true. It's not like up in New York where it's just too big. No, we should know everything.
Well, technically, if this thing goes in, you're going to have more monkeys living in Bainbridge than you do people.
Yeah. Exactly. That is,
You know, and with technology going the way it is with the organ on a chip and stuff like that,
yep, yeah.
how long is this going to be viable anyway?
I don't know, but Jim Harkness told us at that meeting that the demand for monkeys, because they're selling to research, they're breeding to sell to research labs. He said
Right.
the demand for monkeys is down 20%. And I'm like, wait, that means you don't need to be investing in this. It's like, what are you doing?
Right.
It's crazy. I don't know what is going on in the world right now. Why people are doing what they do.
Well, it's going to keep dropping. And some of my other questions are like, why don't they? I know there's transport costs, but you have to build this multi-million-dollar facility to breed them. Why not let the countries where they're native at breed them and ship them here if they want them that badly?
Because that's why they're doing this. So China cut off the export, right? I think they were getting monkeys for I think labs were getting monkeys for like $2,000 a piece or something like that. Don't quote me. Some small amount. Well, Safe Human Medicine is starting this business so that they can breed in America and sell them for the 50 and 60,000, like an up seller. So, and they were getting them from those native countries, like I think Malaysia and some other places. They got in trouble. They got found not guilty, but they were in trouble for smuggling. So they were dipping and dabbing. So, man, and they meaning I think David Jost from Safe Human Medicine. I think his name is somewhere in one of those court cases, but they got off on that one. That was in Miami, but they were relying on other countries they were bringing them in to start, colonies. These guys, yo.
Yeah, this is. I think Chuckers. I think this little snot right here. Mm-hmm. I might send him up there.
Woo.
And he can whoop some monkeys, I believe.
Yep. Claws and teeth and claws.
Well, he'll keep an eye on them.
Yeah.
Get it? Because he's only got one.
I was thinking when you were talking about the import, and the problems of that. And I was thinking of that. The movie popped in my head with Matthew Broderick when they're supposed to pick up, what is it, the iguana from the airport or whatever, and it gets loose in the mall. I just that movie kills me, And they're not really killing the iguana to eat it, but they say they are. But the thing gets loose in the mall and scaring people and swimming in the pool and all that stuff. That's what I think of when I think of animals being imported in.
You just made, this is kind of not off topic, but you just made me think about something. In South Carolina, where I think their monkey colony in that facility is like 3,500, it's like 3,000 monkeys at that facility. Yeah. Well, they had that was 43. They got loose. Now I'm curious, how many monkeys do they have in a section, and how many sections will open up for 43 to come out?
Yeah.
I wonder that. Like this guy, Jim Harkness, said his plans are 12 monkeys per cage setup. So I'm wondering how many, because they said an employee really set those loose in South Carolina. So I'm wondering how many doors opened, how many doors were unlocked on mistake or not to let 40 out, because that's a lot of a mishap.
And you got some low level young person with a job they hate cleaning up all that crap, and they're playing TikTok and all that. They're not paying attention, and then for security you got the mall guard or something, and they're not. He's asleep. And all of a sudden, the monkeys are walking out while the guy's playing on his TikTok, and the guard's asleep. That's what happens. I mean, that's exactly what happens.
Well, if you look at it, all right, you had, what was it, 43 out of 3,000 got out.
Yep.
What if you have 430 out of 30,000 get out?
Exactly. God, exactly. Like, there's no way. There's no way.
Could you imagine? Now I fish, okay? I couldn't imagine being sitting down there on the Flint River one night with my lantern set up, catfishing, having my line out there, propped back, comfortable, got the radio going, and something hits me in the back of the head, and I reach up there, it's like, that smells like poo.
A splat.
He's shaking my hand.
Well, remember, you're only 30 minutes away, bro. You're only
I know.
30 minutes away.
Yep.
I know.
And these
If they get up in here, oh my gosh, them things look like some of my family members.
They do. They don't look like typical monkeys. They look like little people.
I know. With tails.
Sad. It's so sad. And what about the person who would work there? Then they find out what's going on and want to set them free on purpose.
Yeah.
Like,
what? Don't they now, if you work at a monkey farm, you have to carry a card that says you might be contaminated with infectious disease?
I heard that. That is, yeah. The moment, if I was someone who was going through that job process, the moment I hear that I got to get I'm done. Now I realize where I'm at. Like, yeah, no.
Okay. North Carolina native here, he's got a good one there. I would adopt a monkey and teach it right turn Clyde. Now, that reference may be a little bit before your time.
What is this? Educate, enlighten me.
You have not seen Every Which Way But Loose with Clint Eastwood?
Or Any Which Way You Can.
I haven't seen it. I know the title. I haven't seen it.
Oh, he's got a pet orangutan in the movie named Clyde. It is amazing. The guy pulls up behind him with the biker, standing there telling him he's fixed to whoop him. He says, right turn, Clyde. And Clyde punches the guy.
I gotta see it. And
the star of the movie he's not the star of the movie. He's a big star of the movie. The star of the movie is the old lady. She is the star.
Yes, his mother. The woman that plays Clint Eastwood's mother is the star of the movie. Oh my gosh.
I gotta see it.
She's got a mouth like a sailor, and she don't take guff from nobody.
They leave and go somewhere, and this biker gang's looking for them. And she's sitting there on the front porch. I can't believe they left a helpless old woman here by herself. And I've got this, and I've got to do that. And then these bikers show up, start tearing up her yard and everything. She pulls out a shotgun and just starts blowing bikes away, talking about you son of a, just blowing away. And then they all leave, and she puts her shotgun down. Poor helpless old woman up here by myself. And
helpless, yeah, right.
And then when Clyde kissed her, that was the funniest part of the whole movie.
Goodness.
She was fussing at him about something. He just grabs her by the back of the head and goes, "Mwah."
Oh my God.
It was on the other day, and where I saw it at was where she's giving Clint Eastwood a hard time about the orangutan, and he walks up there and he says, "I'll get on to him. I'll take care of it." And Clyde's sitting there standing on that barrel or whatever it is, and he walks up, acts like he shoots him, and he falls down like he's dead. You have to laugh. You can't. I've seen that 1,000 times. You still laugh at it.
Yeah, I gotta see that one day.
What was him and his brother?
That is one of our favorite commercials. Is the Trunk Monkey? No doubt. Yes.
Have you ever seen the Trunk Monkey commercials?
Oh God!
You hadn't seen the Trunk Monkeys?
No. Oh God!
You have to Google Trunk Monkey.
Oh, I'm so scared.
Google the Trunk Monkey commercials. They were absolutely amazing.
Yeah, speaking about commercials, it reminds me, Rob, I remember one time, the Europeans, they have great commercials. That's where a lot of this good stuff comes from. So anyway, remember Lauren, our good friend Lauren, from there at the mill. We come in one morning, I just saw this commercial, and it already scared me. It was one of those where the car is driving through a nice valley, and it's got soft music playing. And as the car gets closer and goes to go by you, it's when that demon jumps up on the screen and screams at you. Yes. Well, Lauren, I told Lauren, I said, Lauren, I've got this. He said, man, I am stressed out. I had a bad weekend. My car broke down. My wife got on to me. The dog bit me. It's one of those kind of, I said, hey, man, sit down in my chair in my office. I've got a commercial here that will calm you down. I said, it's got beautiful music playing in the background. It's a nice sunny day. The car is going through. He said, I need that. So he's all into it. He's up on the screen like this. And that car's rolling on. He's like, oh, yes, if only I could be out there. And about that time, that monkey up there, he just shook. And he said, dang it, David, I didn't want to have a heart attack. He said, I'm worse now than when I came in.
Oh my God. At least you made him forget what was wrong.
You know, it's really good when you can spread joy and laughter at work and give somebody a heart attack.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, God.
Oh, that's what friends are for, you know.
That's right.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Oh, my goodness. And see, all right, way back, let me put this out there. I don't like spiders.
Oh, me too. Yo.
Way back, and everybody laughed at me about this, but way back in the day, Rob was partners in a fish store.
Ooh.
I sold aquarium fish, saltwater, freshwater, and and this guy kept on me about ordering him a spider. He wanted a rose hair tarantula.
Oh.
And I was like, nope, I ain't doing it. I ain't doing it. I told him I wasn't going to do it for 6 months before he finally talked me into it. And I told him, I said, okay, here's the deal. I will order you this tarantula.
Okay.
It's staying outside. It's not coming in my store. Okay? It's not coming in here. You be here to pick it up when it comes in.
Okay.
Fine, I'll be there. Dave, was he there?
No, he wasn't there.
Tarantula's sitting outside, and it was hot.
Oh, no. Boiling.
And I got to thinking about it. I can't do it.
Yep, it's a lot.
So I brought it in, and I set it on the counter as far away from me as I could get the damn blame thing.
You're supposed to open and do a quality check.
No, I wasn't opening the bag. No, I didn't want to see it. Wasn't happening. So he finally shows up to get this damn spider. Right, and he leaves with it. Okay. That's fine. Well, we had gotten in these fiddler crabs.
Okay.
And we had put them in saltwater fiddler crabs and, go in aquariums.
Okay.
And we put them in, and some of them got loose. They crawled out of the fish. And I'm sitting there, and all of a sudden I see something run across the floor. It looks suspiciously like a spider. Oh, I started cussing that guy right then. That guy came back up here with Tommy and them, and they have turned that darn spider loose in this store. Oh, no, I can't have that.
Wait, they did?
No, it was those fiddler crabs.
Oh, you thought it was? Okay.
Well, about 2 weeks after that, this is still in the back of my head. We had ordered some baby iguanas in.
Okay. Oh.
Can handle that.
Yeah.
One of them got loose and got in the bathroom and got under the sink basin, and they couldn't get it out.
Ooh.
And it was late at night, so they just closed the door.
Okay.
We'll get it out tomorrow or the next day. And Rob will get it in the morning. It'll be all right. So, but they didn't tell me.
Oh.
So I get to the store early that morning. We have clean fish tanks and doing around, drinking coffee. And, you have to have a morning constitution at some point in time.
Yep.
It's a good thing I was sitting where I was sitting when that iguana crawled up my leg. Because I thought it was that spider again.
Oh, my goodness.
Because first I said it, then I did it. And that iguana, I think it was brain damaged after that.
Because I'm like, it could have got stomped. It could have got flung. Did it get flung?
No, it didn't get flung. I kind of panicked and was in that freeze and shaking mode.
Okay.
And I looked down and I saw it, and then I really kind of jumped because I really wasn't expecting to see an iguana. And then I looked back and again, I was like, okay, I don't have to kill this.
Yeah.
Because I was feeling very vulnerable at that time, And
evidently those tarantulas are so delicate. Like if you drop them, their bones like shatter. But they still scary. Like,
yeah.
how delicate you are, you still scary. It's a lady. I used to work at Pet Sense here, the pet store, and
Yeah.
this slim little innocent, timid looking girl with glasses looks as innocent as you can imagine, right? She always comes in and gets crickets. So I would ask at some point. I asked, what are you feeding? She has a tarantula. She has another tarantula. She has another tarantula. She has over 100 tarantulas.
No, there ain't no way.
Uh-uh.
She has
Wow.
a wall, like these little tanks, like this big. She has a wall of tanks.
No.
A wall
No.
of some venomous, some non-venomous. Like the girl she's Spider-Woman for real. She's Spider-Woman for real.
Yes, Cincy native. He did catch me with my pants down.
Literally. Man. But
They're rough on us sometimes. I love it though. I dish it out, but I can take it back just as well. What do you mean being nice? Are you telling him to be nice?
No. I was just thinking of all the stories while you told that story, all the things that was popping in my head. And I just pushed them away. Can't do it. Can't do it.
You could do it, Dave.
I'm not doing it. Not doing it.
Well, just think how much worse that would have been if it had been a monkey.
And it's we actually have a lady who was a part of like the fight against this, and she actually got bit by a monkey in her youth. When I say youth, I think she was like 3 or 5 years old. She still has a scar on her cheek. I think either her family or a family friend had a store that had a monkey in it, and it was in Attapogus, Georgia. I think it was like a spider monkey, but it jumped on her and attacked her. I got to get her on here one day so she could tell her story.
Yeah,
she got
we'll do it. Now, absolutely. If she wants to tell that story, she come right on here and tell it.
Yep.
Now, these monkeys that they're doing there, they're small. They're not really big monkeys.
Oh, but they're not that small. Like they're
Yeah.
like a
They
large...
can still do some damage, man.
Yeah.
Well,
because they said when those got loose in South Carolina that there would be a lot of dead animals. You know, they I mean, they're hunters, man. I mean, they'll take out some cats and dogs and stuff. I mean, they're pretty rough. I mean, they're not, you know, they're not real big, but they're still do some damage.
Thumbs. Like that part's scary. They got opposable thumbs. They can hold a gun. Like, we were talking to Dr. Lisa from PETA, and I think it was Dr. Lisa. Let me not quote, but someone was talking about how intelligent they were. And they're intelligent enough to, you know, if they see you put your keys in your ignition and turn it, they can replicate it. Like, they're smart to be. So, I mean, I'm joking, but I'm not joking. These things could probably shoot a gun. Like, maybe not efficiently, but they're smart and capable.
Well, you know, I don't think I'd ever live that down. If I went to the emergency room and said, "What happened to you?" I had a monkey put a cat in my hand. You know?
Exactly. I mean, but maybe they do. Maybe they would.
Yeah. One of the things that I've noticed, though, over the years, you don't hear about it as often anymore. We used to hear about it a whole lot. People would keep like chimpanzees.
Yes.
And then people get attacked by the chimpanzees. And
they are rough.
Yeah. But the monkey muscular system is set up way different than ours.
Yes, it is.
They are a lot stronger than we are pound for pound.
Yeah. Even that small frame, like you said, they could do some damage.
Mm-hmm.
Like
That's it's not a matter of if they get out, I don't think, as much as when is what I've been hearing.
Win. It would definitely be a win. I mean, we lose cows, we get chickens loose. So of course a monkey loose. They I think Rick McCaskill from the IDA, Industrial Development Authority, he said that this facility is going to be a combination between a high security prison and a preschool. What a comparison. Like what is it? I guess that was his way of saying it's nice for them.
Don't even make sense.
Security prison and a preschool.
That's his way of saying it's going to be secure, but they're not going to be abused. It's going to be nice. Like, I guess trying to cover both areas. Oh, whatever. I don't know. This is a sick world, yo.
Can you just imagine going on a plant tour and they're taking you through there and they're showing you all the cages, the monkeys, and all of a sudden some jackleg left the cage open and everybody's running for their lives, as about 12 monkeys jump into action, start jumping on people's backs and biting them and stuff. I can see it happening.
Jim Harkins told us to our faces at this meeting that someone asked, what if a monkey gets loose? He said, more than likely, they're going to miss their, quote, friends and want to get back in. And I think I said, this is a joke. Like, you think.
Wow.
So they'll be standing outside the door going, Father, please let me back in. It's cold out here.
Exactly. But these are the things that were coming out of the executives' mouths, and that was supposed to suffice. Like, that was supposed to be believable, and we just be like, okay, this isn't so bad.
It reminds me of some neighbors I had. They had 2 dogs outside, but they had 1 dog inside. And one of the weekly things that we saw, it was like weekly entertainment. It was before cell phones and internet and all that. Was that the dog would get loose. Somebody would leave the door open just enough that the dog would jump out. And they lived on a hill, and the dog would run down the hill. And when he hit that road, I mean, he was trucking. And you see the kids running after him for him to come back, Oh, yeah, they're going to come right back. They get loose, they're gone. I mean,
yeah. Dr. Lisa from Peter said, now, she said, I'll be honest, you can shoot them, but you are not going to catch them. Like, when they hit those trees, they're out. And it's just, who wants to be shooting up 30,000 monkeys? Like, who wants to, and that's if you spot them. They just disappear into the greenery. Like,
now look, when I was growing up, I was an avid squirrel hunter.
Okay.
Squirrels like to disappear in the trees too.
Ooh.
We get monkeys up here, I'll be hunting. I'll take them out.
Yeah.
Well, they told him in South Carolina, if you kill one of these monkeys, you're in trouble. It's not your property. That's what
it's
they
not
told
like I'm going to tell them.
Oh, what?
It's not like I'm going to tell them I shot a monkey. I have that thing stuffed up here and put on a shelf behind me. Where'd that come from? Found it in the yard sale.
Yep, brother.
And I tell you something. After this one, I promise you, if I have him stuffed, he's going to be holding a pistol.
Yep. And
I'll get him a cap gun or something.
It's just no way. I don't know. I just wonder. I feel bad for the locals who, it's a small town, so everyone knows the officials, and people went to school with each other. I feel bad for the people who, like, some of these guys are their friends, and they have to, like people are asking, like, man, like, what were you thinking, dude? Like, I know you should be better than this.
Why are these? This is the next step, I think. Okay. Is these people voted this thing in?
Yeah.
And I think people need to make their voices heard on each and every election cycle.
Yes. Yes. And that's one of the things that I do, and why I'm doing it. I want people to know all the information, all the facts, so that they maybe will be motivated to get out there and vote, get out there and run for some of these positions. Because this ain't it. Like, this is not how this is supposed to go. Like, these guys, I don't know.
And they went behind closed doors to do this.
Yes,
they hid it from the people.
Yes. A part of an update. It's a little complicated, but I'm trying to say it easy. So there's a breach of contract lawsuit, and that is Safe Human Medicine and the Industrial Development Authority. That's because the Industrial Authority is like trying to back out of it, right? Well, now that the DA is trying to take it, well, he is taking it up to is it Supreme Court? I get them mixed up, Supreme and Superior. Now that he's taking it further, they have written in, and the IDA and Safe Human Medicine, who's in a breach of contract lawsuit against each other, have joined together and said on that other case, hey, no, we want the bond to be upheld. Mind you, the bond is a part of the contract that they're breaching.
Yeah.
Right.
So it's like, I don't understand how you're against it then. Like
You're
how,
not.
yeah. And that's what I
You're
want people
not.
to know, is that the officials are not against it. Like I asked somebody, I said, why aren't you more active? And like, some of the stuff we doing. And they basically said they thought the officials were doing all that they could. So what can the citizens do? And I'm like, no, the officials are the ones who want it still.
Yeah, the officials. What happened up here in a case up here, which I mentioned down there, we were there, is they boxed themselves in a corner, I believe, on purpose. And then when they said we're going to get sued, and if we lose this, it's going to cost us all this money. We kind of have to go forward now and just do it. And a lot of people were still against it, but that's what a commission did up here, and it cost the commissioner their job, no doubt. But they were saying, well, we're going to get sued now. But I just think it was all handshake deals behind the scene because of the way it played out. The same kind of story. Messed it up from the get-go, didn't introduce it right, didn't follow the law. And then they said, well, we'll just sue you. And then the development came in. Not the same kind of thing, but that's what happens is they play dumb, play a little coy with the taxpayer.
Yeah.
If they always say follow the money. I mean, that's what
this
there's a lot of truth.
$300 million bond. Okay.
Yes.
All right. Now, what happens if it's not paid back? Who's on the hook for it? Do you know?
I have an answer to that, and I wonder.
The citizens of Bainbridge are on the hook for that.
It's going to be us.
Not Safe for Human Medicine.
No.
The citizens of Bainbridge.
Yeah. And I don't know.
That's who will have to pay it.
I read the pilot agreement a bit, but it might have said that in there.
I think that's the case on any municipal type bond like that.
Okay.
It's guaranteed by the city and the county or whoever did it, which puts the citizens on the hook.
Yeah.
Which would lead to definitely increase in taxes.
Yeah.
And another.
We appreciate. We appreciate you going out there with us.
Yeah.
To the site that we got a lot of questions about that video, and people needed to see the area which they're proposing to build. So we appreciate all of you taking us out there.
And for the people who couldn't tell, it's not way out in the woods somewhere. It's a neighborhood in that vicinity. Like, it's houses. That's the West Bainbridge area. It's not as far out as it may look on that video. It's very, very. It's within walking distance from houses.
Yeah.
Yep. And they told us we will not hear the monkeys at all.
Well, this front porch here that we're sitting on in this background. That was the couple that we went out there with that put us up there. I can't remember their names. I'm horrible with names.
Donna.
I know you know them.
Yep, the barbers.
Yes.
Yep.
But they were amazing. And, from what they were telling us, when they had it appraised, and they spent their lives, this is their home. And they spent a lot of time, put a lot of effort, and it's beautiful out there. That they're going to lose $150,000 off the equity, off the value. That's if everything runs perfectly.
Yeah, that's if it's perfect.
And said if it doesn't, the bottom's the limit.
My house gonna be worth about $10,000 and $5,000. If that's the case, my house isn't even as extravagant as theirs. You know what I'm saying? Like, what the? What's gonna happen to? What about people in the hood? That. My God, that's crazy.
Yeah, it's. But can you imagine?
Yeah.
And
yeah, that's
they're a nice couple. They're a little bit older.
They are lovely.
Yeah, and here they have their home, and all of a sudden you've yanked $150,000 off the value of their home.
Yeah.
No consequence.
Well, it ain't just that. It's the increased traffic and noise that's going to be happening as if things are ever built, the workers coming in and out, trucks, deliveries, other companies that build in that same industrial area,
Yep.
because they're probably banking on that to be the hub to bring in on all these other businesses, companies on that land. They've got a couple other things they're working on, but I would say that's probably the main thrust
Yeah.
is to get that in and then market that area around that. So their whole area is going to explode in traffic and noise and other things that's
What
going
kind
on,
of
potentially
what kind
waste.
of companies? What kind of companies would you put around a monkey facility?
Especially
Oh,
definitely not no food processing. And
no.
that was
Well, but you've got, it would just pave the way for more
yeah,
development there and other companies
yeah,
that, when you start an industrial park, you've got to have
yeah.
something you move in there, and then it just gets easier to move other companies in. You
Not in
market,
Bainbridge. They
say
built
we,
that whole industrial park out there. How long has it been sitting there?
Oh
How
my
many
goodness.
years? And nothing out there.
Mr.
well, that's what I'm
Reynolds is
saying. I would say this is
a long
probably
time.
they're hoping to drive business with
Yeah,
this business
yeah,
being out there. Not that they're connected,
yeah,
just that other businesses say, well, they've got this developed now. We've got some ready-made land. We can come in and build around that. But there could be something that supplies that
yeah,
might build close too. You never know. I mean, who knows?
yeah.
Mm.
Maybe. I guess it depends on how long it takes for them to disease up the water, I guess. Because if you look at Virginia with the dogs, one of their charges was contaminating the water. So I wonder, I guess another
Yeah.
company would have to say, wait, we can't even use the water here or something. They might have to discover that later. But I don't see. We asked I think we asked Keith Lowell of the Development Authority, does he think another business will want to come out there like a food processing? And he said yes. Like, who would bring a chicken plant next to 30,000 monkeys? And he was like, he felt like that would attract more businesses. And I was like, I don't know, dude. Like,
Maybe a razor wire manufacturer, uh, hunting supply store, uh,
like because something that
maybe a tire company.
yeah,
So they put tires up there and put rope around them so the monkeys will have something to swing on.
yeah, and
Uh,
build a wall. Speaking of wall, maybe that's what we need Trump for. This this here in Bainbridge. This. Like, seriously.
oh my gosh, that was the monkeys will be on the other side of the wall going, Mr. Trump, tear down this wall.
On this wall. Yeah. Like, oh my God.
They'll have little spoons out there trying to dig tunnels underneath it.
Yeah. Maybe I mean, logic is out the window at this point anyway.
And everybody, we're laughing and joking and having fun with this.
Yeah.
It's either sometimes in situations where you either have to laugh or cry.
Yeah.
And this whole thing is so silly. It's so asinine. It just blows my mind.
Mm-hmm. Yep, it is.
Yeah.
I'm still waiting to wake up, because there's no way this is what I'm fighting. There's no way my days are being spent fighting this nonsense. Like, this is it's crazy. There's no way.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Now I see that you post up there on your page. I do look the county commissioners meeting and the city council meeting and stuff like that. I never see them on there. I see y'all, but I don't ever see them on there. When they're talking, or do they talk, or do they? I know they have executive. I've seen them a few times.
It's so low, and they have mics, they have systems in there, but you really can't hear them talking too well. I actually take those live feeds and I have to edit them and boost the audio, and I put them on my YouTube channel. That's the only way you can hear them, because I think they don't want people to hear them, because they have
How much time do they spend in executive session?
That would be so. Okay, so I have two comparisons. The commissioners, what they do is, it's very rare that they even do executive sessions. But when they do, they're back there maybe 5 minutes, maybe 3 minutes. And when they come out, they give us a quick little briefing of what the purpose was, not details, but just what it was about. But the IDA, the Industrial Authority, who actually really got the monkeys here, they go into executive session every meeting. I do not recall a meeting where they didn't go in the back room. I don't. And when they do, it's for an hour. It's for an entire hour. And they come out and they adjourn and leave. They don't say why or anything. I don't know if you saw it, but that WTXL, AJ Douglas covered that issue. And this Thursday, they actually did it right. When she called them out on it, and we basically complained on the news, because we've been complaining, but we went to the media. Yeah. They actually did it the right way. It was, I think Miss Barbara said it was 20-something minutes. So it was shorter, and they came out and they gave us an update about what they discussed.
Yeah.
And that's the way it's supposed to be. And legally, it's only about 5 reasons why you're supposed to go into executive session. You're not supposed to have like regular meetings. You're not supposed to decide on anything back there. You definitely don't do it every meeting.
No, I mean, sometimes you're going to have personnel decisions that, that you have to deal with privately, but that wouldn't be every meeting. That's, the more they do that, the less people trust the process.
Yes. I've caught them one time going back there we always joke that they're eating because it's at noon at lunchtime. So we always joke they're eating, but it's one time I witnessed them going back there with the coolers. I got there a little bit too early, and I saw them, and I was like, gotcha. I see you.
That's when you go, hey, boo boy, you brought up Picnic Biscuit.
Yeah, hey, what you got there? That's what I should have. But they were
hey, I'm hungry. Give me some.
Yep. Yeah, they were absolutely eating. So this time they saved lunch for after the meeting. This time. It's crazy. It's sick. It's really sick.
Just tell them. Next time I'll bring you some lunch up here. You can eat some crow.
Yep. Yep, man. But yeah, they've done better, and I hope they continue. But baby steps.
Well, I hope so. Oh
man!
Wow, this has been a great show. I'm so glad you came on with us tonight. I'm looking forward to being on next Friday. They don't get you off the hook for next Friday night either. Don't think it's good. Okay.
Yeah, next Friday we want to hear about what kind of music you like and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Let's talk. But we're doing to talk about music
next Friday too.
Yeah.
Cool. That'll be good.
Yeah, because you're still on the calendar over here for next Friday.
Okay, Friday.
Well, thank you so much for being on with us tonight, and thank you everybody for tuning in with us. I hope you've enjoyed it. I know we have. We've been looking forward to having Miss Vina on here for a while because when
we were out at the site. We did a little quick video, which we should have got you in that video, and I didn't think about it till later. I turned to Robert. We'd mentioned to you about coming on. I turned to Robert as we were walking back to the truck. I said, "We got to have her on. I mean, without a doubt. I don't even care if we talk about monkeys. We got to have her on. We'll talk about monkeys, but she's got to come on. You have a great personality, and you are fun to be around. We appreciate you.
I hate to word it this way, but you kind of explode rainbows.
Oh, good. Rainbows.
But everybody, I hope y'all have enjoyed it. NC Native says thanks to you as well.
You're so welcome.
And they're popping up here. And everybody, y'all be sure to tune in. You're not going to enjoy this as much, but we're going to be broadcasting all day on Monday. We're excited.
I thought about that. I don't know how MLK Parade is going to go with the inauguration, like time-wise. I don't know.
Well, Dave, what time is the actual inauguration?
Okay.
I don't know the time. I know they're doing it inside because of the weather, but I'm not exactly sure on the time. But I don't think it's 8:00 in the morning.
Okay,
no.
Exactly.
To be honest, I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay.
I haven't looked in yet.
Now you're going to be representing the No Monkey Business
Yes.
during the Martin
Yes.
Luther parade as well.
Yep.
NC Native says noon, they believe. So that sounds about right.
Okay.
Yeah,
legit
I
think
think
that.
noon would probably be about the way that works.
Okay.
So now you're welcome to come in here with us on Monday.
I'll come with my shield and my battle axe.
Like I said, we respect everybody's views. Everybody's entitled to their own opinion. We don't judge nobody or nothing.
No, it's all good. Hey, anybody that wants to come up on Monday, just let us know. We'd love to hear your feelings about it and your thoughts about it. Yeah. It's always a monumental time when a country changes leadership. Whether you like that leadership or not, this is a moment in history that is important for our nation. So come up and let us know. Come on and talk about it.
Yeah, we've got our email address is posted right there at the bottom of the screen, Southern Fried Podcast at yahoo.com. Y'all please do that. And by the way, if y'all need any prayer requests and stuff like that, if y'all have that, please do so. Rob Diamond is going to be here with us Monday night. Darren Mama said he's also going to be hiking the AT, the Appalachian Trail, to over 2,000 miles. He's going to be carrying names of suicide victims from the military veterans and first responders. And we're doing it to honor the fact that, these people were bit by something that they couldn't get shook off and they need our help. This is an epidemic that is overtaking our country. Over 22 veteran deaths in this country every day. And that's at a minimum. The actual numbers are probably closer to 40 every day. And it's sad. It's more dangerous for our veterans to come home than it is for them to be in combat.
Yep.
We've got to support them and our first responders and the whole 9 yards. And these people are doing that. So if you have any names or have anybody that he's looking for more names to take with him, he's doing them on dog tags. So if you know of anybody that has been a victim of suicide, that was a veteran or the first responders, send it right there to that email. Let us know so we can pass this information on to him. But he'll be on Monday night as well. So, yay.
Nope, that's good.
Sorry, that's kind of a downer to end the show on, but it's important to us. My father was a victim of this, and he's going to be carrying his name as well.
Nice.
So, but guys, y'all, God bless you. We love you. Thank y'all for tuning in. Miss Yvina, hang out just a minute here, and we're going to end the show, and we'll pop right back up.
Okay.
Cool. All right. Dave, you got anything before we take off?
Just don't forget Sunday morning in the Word, 8 or 8:15, about in there. We will have. I wasn't feeling good last Sunday. We will have a news desk Sunday evening, and be talking about. I want to explore more about Senator Colton Moore. There's much more about that video and information coming out, and we're going to talk about that and some of the responses that we didn't get to read on the air. That went on. I thank you for that comment. We appreciate it. Yeah. And then, like I said, Monday, the morning show, normal morning show, Monday, and then we'll take a break and we'll come back in probably 10-ish or somewhere in there and start broadcasting for Inauguration Day. And also, just lastly, Cornbread Nation, the new show, which we had a ball with, the introduction of Uncle Jeb, which he will only be seen in promos and that show. It won't be on Wednesday next week. It will be on Thursday, and all evening shows are now 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We just did a uniform. It's easier on us to keep that the same, and it gives us a little more time in the evening if we've got something going on to get ready for showtime. So 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, all evening shows, unless otherwise noted. Maybe a special come up or something, but on those. But the return of Uncle Jeb will occur next Thursday. We're oh my goodness, I laughed so hard.
You've not seen Uncle Jeb yet, Miss Yvina. You got to go back and watch that one. It was that's our fun video.
Yeah, no doubt.
So, all right, everybody, y'all like, follow, subscribe, and salute.
Yep.
Bye, Miss Yvina.
All right.
Go leave.
Okay.
Well, once again, it's time, my friends, for another meet and greet. We're Southern Fried and nationwide, so hang on to your seat. Look around, here's what I found. I guess you'll never know what you'll see on the Southern Fried Podcast Show.